listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
You guys seem to like the discussion video, so we're going to do another one because it was like, we can make top 10 lists and whatnot, but where's the fun in that? I'd rather just like go to discuss, talk about things that doesn't have to have a general order.
So we're just going to talk about the animes, old animes, and the figures we want to see from them.
Yeah, because recently, was it Foosh? Foosh Toys announced that they're doing Ninja Scroll figures, which I'm down for. Ninja Scroll is like one of those super early animes that like really got me into wanting to try to find more obscure animes.
Yeah.
Because it was like back in the day, we talked about this in like growing up video as like Godzilla and anime fans. And back then, the only real way to really check out a new anime is you just had to buy it and hope to God it was good. Because some of them would play on, like I mentioned, like we had DirecTV and there was a lot of like those random movie channels that you could check some stuff out on. But for the most part, you kind of just had to hope for the best. Like I used to buy New Type magazines that would come with DVD samples of episodes, which some were great, got me into a couple of animes. Some kind of wish I wouldn't have seen, like, was it Gravitation? I remember checking that one out where it's like the guy wants to be a singer and like the end of the episode is just him making out with some dude. And I found out it's a yaoi. I was like,
Things that Steve watches.
I don't have to watch this one anymore.
You know,
there was a few of those.
Like back in the days, it was a little different. You didn't have to buy a whole season. You could have bought the DVDs in like 2-3 episode sets. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh no, I still had the struggles of buying Full Metal Alchemist, where it's like 4 episodes per DVD, and they're like $30 a DVD.
And that was the greatest. I appreciate that so much. You know why? Because I only had to buy one DVD of Dragon Ball GT. Because the first DVD, and it was like first 4 or 5 episodes of GT, and I was like, oh my God, can you imagine if I bought a whole season?
Man, I got so butthurt because I was there collecting it when the DVD collection, like buying them individually. Like I know exactly when that fad went away and they went to starting to do just box sets of seasons, is because they were doing the remasters of Dragon Ball Z, and I was super excited, like, oh sweet, I can finally own Dragon Ball Z not on VHS, like I'll have actually good DVDs. And they put out half of Saiyan Saga, and then stopped putting those out and just made the small box set for Saiyan Saga that was like, I think like $40 at the time, and I was spending $20 a DVD. And I already had 4. It was like 4 or 5 of them. Some bitches.
It was about like 5 for halfway through the season. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they were just like, we'll just put out just make you rebuy it as a box set. Like I think I still have the DVDs run because you can't get rid of them.
No.
Nobody wants half of Saiyan Saga. Oh, I remember being so upset about that. And then super happy because that also got me into a lot of other series, like Martian Successor Nadesco. I remember grabbing like the entire series from like a GameStop bulk bin and adoring that anime.
But anyways, the figures that we want to see, or the anime figures we want to see, I'll start off and I'll say there's 2. Ever heard of an anime called Chromeo Shield? I think that's what it is.
Oh, I know. I've heard of it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
There's actually some good figures that could come up. I would love to see some figures from that and School Days. There is so many things you can do with School Days. If you've never watched School Days, you need to go see it.
There's also it's one of those like erotic games. I know because I know that because there's like the statues are like more based off the games than the figures. I actually have one. I have the one of the crazy girl from the end. But posable action figures, I'd buy it, especially if they came with like. You get like main dude, and then he also comes with like a torso piece with the knife stabbing into him.
Oh, even like
bloody head.
Even for like the School Days where she like shoves her hand in that girl's stomach, she's like, "There's no baby in here." I'll buy that. I wouldn't even say anything.
Just they could come with his the girl he got pregnant, where it's just her and then like crazy expression with the knife.
Or at the end,
all the fun accessories.
Or at the end where she's just holding the head. She's like, "We're going on a cruise ship."
I'd be fine with that. I kind of wish like some companies would maybe do a little bit more extreme action figures like that.
Ah, that'd be
It's like
great.
McFarlane will give me some weird stuff once in a while, or at least violent things. I think some anime figure companies need to get a little bit more into that. I guess one for me from back in the day that would be cool is Gunsmith Cats. I remember really enjoying. It was one of those animes where it had like
He's talking about Cat Planet Cuties. Don't let
no,
him
it's
lie
called
to you.
Gunsmith Cats, where it has like some OVAs and then or AOVA and like it had a small episode run. Well, it was about like it's been so long, but they were kind of like law enforcement where they were like doing detective stories.
Oh my
And the one girl was like her thing was explosives and the ones was guns.
Do you remember that anime that you, me, and Harold watched before he became a bitch? Can we get some anime figures of that thing?
Oh, we did the videos of it.
Yeah. Where he's like, just takes him to the room and he's just. And then he powers up and becomes strong. Can we get some anime figures of that?
I'm okay on that one.
Come on, Steve. Steve, you just get the whole setup, the room, and the bed spins around, so it'd just be like your little twisty thing, you know? It'd be great. And it comes with robots.
I think they had the one, the girl that they had the cat episode, like she had the cat plug-in thing. I know that had a figure.
Oh god, we don't talk about this.
On a serious note, one I would like to see come back is Vampire Hunter D.
That's so sad because like the old animes that would do anything to get like second season will never come back, like Vampire Hunter D and.
Well, the fun thing with Vampire Hunter D is there's so many books,
But
they've only done 2 of them.
I don't get it.
So anime wise, I would like to see more of that, but even just action figure wise is of the from the anime because I think I know they made a couple from the second movie. I forget who made them. I keep wanting to say McFarlane, but I don't think it was McFarlane. But they had D. They had the girl with the bike. I think that was about it. It's the only ones I ever seen in person, but they're always kind of expensive. And I'd like to see more like updated versions of those ones.
Oh yeah,
either from the original movie or.
All those
I'm trying to think of the name of the second one. Is it Bloodlust?
all those figures from like the late '90s, early 2000s. Some of them are pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I got like the old Helsing ones are hanging out
Yeah.
up there. I love them, but they're not great.
Talking about
I got Tenchimuyo ones too. They look horrendous, but I love them. With the light up statues. I never bought the McFarlane one because the McFarlane one looks hot garbage for the Ryoko. The little statue ones are like acceptable.
yeah, but if they were to do like the new ones, you would buy them.
Oh, for sure. Like I bought
Yeah.
that B style Ryoko just because they don't make anything. So I was like, sign me up because it's my favorite harem. At least the first 3. After that, it kind of went off the rails for me a bit. But I adored the first 3 series. The OVAs, Tenchi Universe, and Tenchi in Tokyo.
OVAs, I would say, was my favorite ones.
I was just say I think I had fonder memories of probably Universe. OVA I think has the best like villain fight,
Yeah.
but Universe I think was just like it's funner to watch for me, like rewatch.
You didn't like the cop one, or
GXP?
yeah?
No, GXP was bad, and then they also have a new series of that out now. It's available on Crunchyroll if you want to check it out. My only hope is it reinvigorates making figures. It's what I hope, but like for Tenchi Muyo, I would love to see posable figures of that, like Dawson Toys. Has been, well, it's not Dawson. Well, the Dawson toys, like the fabric toys I buy for like the Yu Yu Hakusho and the Rurouni Kenshins, they should make Tenchi Muyo ones. I'd buy them. Especially if they have like cloth goods and stuff. I think it'd be really cool. Especially like Ayaka. You could do some fun stuff with that. Same for Ryoko.
I think there's a lot of animes out there that don't have figures that should, though.
Yeah, you were talking about one before we got on here. We're comparing it to Starship Troopers.
Oh, the Blue Beetles, is that what it's called?
Blue Gender.
Blue Gender, yeah.
That would be kind of a cool one because you could do a lot of figures of the bugs.
Well, I don't get, like, a lot of people don't even know that anime exists, but it's just literally, if you're a fan of a Starship Troopers and how famous Starship Troopers is now because of the new game, you think everyone would have watched that. That's all it is, just anime version of Starship Troopers.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like us fighting the brink of extinction from giant bugs. And it's great. You were also mentioning terraformers, but I remember the Figma made a figure of one of the bug dudes.
And they all just have the Attack on Titan faces.
Yeah,
which
they
is
all just have like
great.
same generic faces, but the actual like character like the characters when they transform are really unique. And I think it suited action figures very well.
Yeah.
But you never really seen anything. Like I know there's a couple of statues. I almost got one with the girl, but I didn't like the anime that much, so I weaned off.
I'll be honest, I was in like 50, 60 episodes. I've gone as far as maybe 20.
I made it to the second season. I probably made part way through second season, and I never really went back.
Oh, didn't they release the new second season not too long ago?
It's been a few years.
Yeah. Because like first one came out in early 2000s.
Yeah. Actually, just looking around my office, another one I think would be cool to bring back figures more of is Slayers. Because they're doing like Nendroids of like Lena Inverse. And then there's also like the kimono statue I got a little bit ago. But actual action figures, just like her in the game, would be dope.
Such a good show, just two stupid friends.
It's just like it's D&D if dumb people were running it,
It's great.
and it's awesome. I love the series.
I love how she's just overpowered for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah,
There's no explanation why she's just God mode activated.
Dragon Slave, I choose you.
Yeah.
And
Done.
even then, it was like, it's like she was fairly powerful, but there were still like the situations where it could still go fairly poorly. Another one would be High School of the Dead. Actually, sorry. If we get into a lot of newer animes, there's a lot of newer animes I think that they don't really make figures for that I would really like. Like Kaijo. I remember they're going to make statues. I don't think I've seen a single thing from that anime. But it's a fighting anime. There's so many characters and moves you could do with the action poses.
Shut up, Steve.
I'd buy them. It's like Monster Musume. Like, there's still like nothing for the anime. Like, I'm still kind of butthurt that I sold my one figure, but then I remember how much I sold it for, and I'm not as butthurt about it.
Which one did you sell?
The Mia?
Oh, you sold it?
Yeah, I sold that a while ago.
How much did you sell yours for?
I think I got like 600. Yeah. Wasn't too bad. Yeah. It's definitely more than I paid for it.
God, what we paid $90 for it?
Oh, yeah, around there.
Yeah, I sold mine a year before yours, and I got $580 for mine. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, what are some other old animes that we don't really get too much loving? Because I want to say there's like Appleseed, but I wasn't really that into that one. Because like Hellsing's one that pops in my head. But there's been a lot of figures from that.
Well,
And they even got like the new pop-up parades coming out too. So that one, I'm not as needy of that. Like even like Big O, there's a bit of variety for that.
Well, back in the days, like the vampire things was big. So it's like the anime called Vampire in a Bundle. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No, I know like Vampire Diary. Not was it Diaries? It's one that Jessica was reading a lot of.
It's called Vampire in a Bundle, but pretty much just a typical. She's a vampire princess that's like a kid form, but if she grows up, then she's got to marry some kind of dude or some crap like that. So she stays in like the kid form, like the goddess, you know, but she does have a adult form, and then her protector or her boyfriend is like a werewolf, and it's just like basic shit. But you know, you never heard.